In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build and manage a complete personal finance tracker inside Trello so you can take total control of your income, expenses, and savings using nothing but the boards and cards you already know. Trello is an incredibly flexible tool, originally designed for project management, but its visual, card-based system makes it perfect for taming the chaos of your monthly finances by giving every single transaction a clear home. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, you're going to open Trello and create a brand new board. I recommend giving it a focused, forward-looking name like Personal Finances 2026 because that sets a clear scope and keeps you motivated throughout the year. Once your board is created, you'll want to set up the backbone of your entire system, the lists. Lists in Trello act as horizontal columns, and for finance tracking, each column represents a major category of your cash flow. You'll create 5 main lists: income, needs, wants, savings, and investments, and a final list called pending or to be reconciled. The income list is for every dollar that comes in: salaries, freelance payouts, side hustles. Needs covers your fixed, unavoidable expenses like rent, utilities, and groceries. Wants is for your discretionary spending like dining out, entertainment, and hobbies. Savings and investments holds your emergency fund, retirement contributions, and stock purchases. The pending list is your holding area for receipts, upcoming bills, or any transaction that hasn't been sorted yet. This structure alone gives you an instant snapshot of your financial health because you can see at a glance how much is flowing into each category. Now that your columns are ready, it's time to populate your board with specific transaction cards. For every single expense or income event, you'll add a card. For example, you might create a card called Grocery Run or Electricity Bill. Think of each card as a container for all the details of that one transaction. Inside the card, use the description field to note important context like the payment method you used, credit card, debit, or cash, and the invoice number or vendor name if you need it for records. A very powerful feature here is the checklist. If you have a larger bill, say a Costco run that includes both groceries and household supplies, you can add a checklist on that single card to split the total into sub-purchases. This keeps your board clean while still giving you granular detail. Also, set due dates on your cards. For bills, set the due date to the actual date the payment is due. For paychecks, set the date you expect to receive the money. Once you set due dates, these cards will automatically appear on Trello's calendar view, giving you a monthly calendar of exactly when money is coming in and going out. This is a game changer because you can see a week ahead if a rent payment is due the same day as a low-cost paycheck, letting you plan proactively. With your cards created, the next step is to add visual categorization using color-coded labels. Labels are small colored tags you can attach to any card, and they are your secret weapon for instant pattern recognition. Start by creating labels that match your specific spending categories. For instance, you might set red for transport costs like gas and bus fare, green for income, blue for utilities, and yellow for dining out. To set this up, open any card, click the Labels button, and then click Create a new label. Choose a color and type in the category name. Once you've built your label set, apply them to your existing cards. So your electricity bill card gets a blue utility label, and your grocery run card might get a separate label for food. Now, when you look at your board, you're not just seeing card titles. You're seeing a rainbow of colors that immediately tells you where your money is concentrated. If you see a heavy cluster of red transport labels, you know your commuting costs might be worth optimizing. This visual layer makes it easy to spot trends without reading a single word. The best practice here is to keep your label categories to about 6 to 8 distinct types. Any more than that, and the visual system gets noisy and loses its effectiveness. Stick to the categories that matter most to your personal finances, and you'll have a dashboard that works at a glance. You've now built a complete living financial tracker inside Trello. You have your board structured by major cash flow categories, every transaction represented as a detailed card with descriptions and checklists, due dates synced to your calendar, and color-coded labels that give you an instant visual summary of your spending habits. This system transforms Trello from a simple to-do list into a personal accounting hub, and the real benefit is that it stays flexible. You can move a card from wants to savings after you decide to skip that purchase, or drag a card from pending to needs once a bill clears. As next steps, I recommend reviewing your board once a week for just 5 minutes to keep everything current, and consider adding a power-up called Card Repeater for recurring bills like rent or subscriptions so they automatically come back each month. If you need a refresher or want to share this system with a friend, feel free to save this video or revisit the steps anytime. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.